Here's the thing that I felt was scummy about that ending. And I've said it before, and shout out to Dom, because he warned us, because he's the one who brought it up the other day when he saw it. He was just like, hey, did you guys remember that this was a part one? And I was like, oh, fuck, it is a part one. When they announced the movie in 2020, they said because of COVID, we got to push it back, but we're also going to split it into two. And it was called part one, and it was going to be part two comes out. When they started marketing the movie again, they dropped the part one.
So is the part two already filmed and done?
No.
Oh, no, that's whack. Because I don't want to wait that long for this, especially how it ended.
It took 4 years. The first movie came out a month before I met my wife.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
That's crazy.
And when we saw it, she was pissed. She was like, how do you start? And I think the issue is that one thing you never want to do in a movie is you never want to introduce new ideas into a movie before you end the movie. So I feel like in the final 10 minutes of that movie, they started introducing so many new ideas.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit really pissed me off.
And then a movie should never, a movie as it gets to a cliffhanger should decelerate. Did you see Endgame, Avengers?
No, I don't watch that shit, man.
So at the end of Avengers Endgame, when he did the snap thing, everyone starts dying, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it ends right there.
Okay.
With everyone dead. With Spider-Man, it's like, this happens, and then this happens, and then they have a conversation, and they wrap up their story at the end, and then you see all this stuff happen.
A new story started,
and then a new story starts.
Yeah, I was like, hold up.
And then they about to like do something, and they said, nope. like a movie should decelerate, not accelerate, and then pump the brakes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It should just end correctly. And I feel like I love this movie so much. I think it's as good as the first one. But that ending, I just can't get with it, and I've seen it twice. I can't get with the ending.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that ending. But it was a great fantastic cliffhanger to the next. I'm like, I'm definitely invested. As someone who don't even really watch Spider-Man, Marvel, all this type of shit, but I was like, yeah, this is great.
They best not wait 4 years. They should not wait 4 years.
Yeah, hopefully they don't, because it was like I don't have 4 years to wait.
Yeah. They shouldn't wait 4 years for the next one. It's a black ass movie. All right. Yeah, it's a black and Latino ass movie.
I was about to say it's a very multicultural movie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say black and Latino. I feel like they kind of hitting all the bases. Yeah. But there is a lot of Spanish in there. I'm like,
with no subtitles.
Yeah, which was interesting to me. I know people were in there and were like pissed. I could feel that energy.
I mean, I like the fact that they, and I think a lot of shows are doing this now, where they're putting out and they have different dialogues in different languages, and they're not putting subtitles in there because they're recognizing that they have multicultural audiences, and I think that's really cool. So it's like, because like ultimately a lot of times they're just saying what they're gonna say in English right before.
Yeah, I mean, I would have appreciated subtitles, but I thought it was cool. It was dope. I think, to your point, I like the multiculturalness of the movie. I feel like that's the type of world we live in, so it should be like that. Like Spanglish is damn near a third language of the United States.
But I love how Miles is in relation to his Latin American background. It's like he doesn't really speak, the greatest, you know what I'm saying, Spanish.
Fluent.
Like he even looks at his mom like, is that Spanglish at one point? And she like gets offended at it. And like,
I mean, that's how a lot of, second generation, first generation kids are at this point.
That's what I love about the movie, is that like it's when we were coming up, we didn't get to see really a lot of things like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Into the Spider-Verse, it was like, okay, this is cool. We didn't get to see it. But with this one, it's like, yo, we really get to see what it's like to be a second generation mixed kid.
Yeah.
And he's able to do that. I love the parents, like the mom and the dad. The dad is Brian Tyree Henry. The mom, she was I forgot her name. She was like Werda in Dexter. The police chief. She was in Oz too.
Okay, I wasn't sure who the mom was. I knew Brian Tyree Henry was the dad, though.
She was the nurse in Oz too, but she's been around for a long time doing a lot of great stuff. Of course, Shamik Moore did Miles. I think he's one of the best voice actors for a character. Like I can't see Miles without hearing him.
Yeah, it's funny. I when I saw that I didn't even peep who it was, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's what he's been doing. Cause he's been kind of quiet.
Because he was in Dope,
yeah. And then I think he was in I know he was in
Shamik's also in Wu-Tang. He was Raekwon.
Oh shit, okay.
That's what he's been in Wu-Tang, but other than that, he's been kind of quiet. So I was like, how's this nigga? What's he doing up to?
Yeah, he been trying to riz Haley Stanfield out. He been trying to riz her crazy. she keep curving him at all the press events.
Wow, that's funny. Okay. Haley Stanfield is the girl in the movie?
Yeah, she's Gwen.
Okay. Yeah, it's the interracial relationship thing is pretty funny. It is.
What? Do I want to ask why you think it's funny?
I mean, it's just funny. It's a great twist. I think it's dope. I think that's the world we live in, as I was mentioning. But it's funny.
Why is it
funny? It's funny to me. I don't know.
I'm ready to, but like, I want to laugh. Why is it funny?
I don't know. Like, I just, maybe it's not even just the interracial relationship of it. It's the relationship of it in general. The way she's kind of playing him, like the way she's just kind of going about it is just funny to me. Like, nigga, boss up on this bitch, bro.
I think,
nigga, boss up, bro.
I think every like black woman, Latino woman, any woman is like, this is what you get for fucking with a white girl.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it kind of feel like. It's like, nigga, see? Yeah.
Look at what she got
Find
you
a bitch in your universe, nigga. Like, what you doing? I think the whole multiverse thing is pretty funny to me, too. It's like, everybody saw everything everywhere all at once. It was like, all right, we got to go multiverse crazy. I feel like
it was happening like.
Was that in the first one, though?
No, it wasn't the first multiverse movie.
So
No. I mean, Spider-Verse kind of kicked off the multiverse thing, the first one.
Okay.
It was in the multiverse because Gwen comes over from her universe. She was in the first one too. But we're in kind of the era of the multiverse. And that was a conversation that I've been having with some friends. So I'm like, we're kind of at the end of that because you had Spider-Man No Way Home. You had the Doctor Strange movie. The Flash comes out this week and that's multiverse shit. I'm like, if they wait for 4 years, the multiverse shit gonna be over. No one's gonna want to hear about that no more.
Yeah, it's fake corny to me at this point. I think it's just like too much multiverse shit going on. I'm just like,
what would Earth 42 Josh Pease be doing?
Shit, who knows? Probably playing basketball. Zion Wilson.
You were gonna say that Earth 681 Josh Pease,
NBA superstar, but always injured. What is he doing in his free time?
He's a comedian.
On my phone scrolling.
I think one of your universe Joshes would be a rapper.
I could see that. That'd be a terrible one.
you'd be like Dave. You would be from the UK, and you would be a rapper.
Yeah.
In one of your universes, one of the alternate universe.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what my alternate universe me would be. I'd be Buff for sure. Because like there was an alternate universe Miles. I don't want to spoil it, but there was an alternate universe Miles in the movie. Yeah. And I was like, wow, you could just be whatever the fuck you want to be in the alternate universe. Like you could just look however you want to look.
Speaking of the multiverse thing too, I like the way they did like the different ones. Like there was like the Lego one.
Yeah.
And then like the, I don't know, different comic book style.
The Mumbai.
Yeah, the Mumbai one was funny actually.
You know the cool thing about the Lego one, I think I read on Twitter like a 15-year-old black kid created that part.
Oh, that was fire. Yeah. I like that. That part was actually very funny to me.
And that's what I love about the movie is that there's so many different, it was a melting pot. Literally. There's so many different ideas that came into that. The Hobie, Daniel Kaluuya's character, Spider-Punk.
Oh, yeah.
He was fantastic in the movie. They took him, it took them 3 years to animate him.
Yeah, his animation was just so different. It was like just static.
So with Spider-Punk, basically the animators use like junk mail to make up his whole thing. He moves slower, like animation wise, than everybody else on the screen.
I could tell a lot of his shit was like static. Like he would just be posing.
Yeah. Like he moves slower and they animates differently than everybody else. You got to see the movie. See, like it's amazing. Like the thing is, we haven't even talked about the technical aspect of the movie and the fact that it took them 4 years to do like the chase scene in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And they started this movie like 2019.
That chase scene was long as fuck. They could have shortened it like.
The movie itself is long as fuck.
They could have shortened that chase scene for sure. I was like, and just you telling me it's how long it was, it makes a lot of sense. 'Cause I definitely dozed off for like 2 parts. I doze off in movies. I just do that. I might be narcoleptic, honestly.
That's not good to know.
Hey man, but yeah, I dozed off at 2 parts, and I was like, oh, okay, like but. The chase scene was long as fuck. But I was like I was anticipating Metro scene so much, so I was like, I can't miss this.
Did you miss it?
No, I saw it.
Okay.
But it was so fast, it was like, oh shit, that's Metro.
Metro has the line of the movie.
You if you don't know who he is, you wouldn't know it's him.
Yeah. But
which is dope.
But they had been teasing that he's like, I mean, whoever did the art for the Spider people or because he's in it and he has a line and it's hilarious, and like I think it's so cool that they integrated him, not only his music but his personality.
Love the
all
music.
of that. The music plays out from the soundtrack so well. I honestly feel like there should have been more music from the soundtrack.
Yeah, I thought when we spoke about it, I think you had said that. I thought you said it wasn't any music because I know there was some music that was on the soundtrack that ended up on the deluxe that was in there, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But when I heard, this isn't giving away, but Koya Self Love was like early.
First scene.
That's my favorite song on the project. So I was like, oh shit. As soon as I heard that, I was like, okay.
It was cool.
I'm into it.
It was cool seeing the movie, and he had just released the first day. It was like the Thursday that it came out, and he put the track list out. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch out for this and this and this and this and this. And I was like, oh man, it was awesome to hear McCoy's part pop up with Gwen's part, and they play it for a minute. Trendsetter, how you ain't seen
play
it?
the whole thing. Yeah.
How you ain't seen it, MC? Trendsetter.
I could see it. I listened to the soundtrack. Soundtrack is great. I love
it.
You should check it out.
Many different
records on the soundtrack. Now that the thing is, it's up there with great movie soundtracks because he integrates the movie into the fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
And in seeing the movie and then hearing the soundtrack, it brings you more into it. And again, it's a family friendly soundtrack too. I don't think we mentioned that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No curses. Really, just the themes of the songs, like great workout, family friendly.
Yeah.
Like it's a great album, man. And shout out to Metro. Like he keeps surprising. Yeah,
he keeps up in the bar.
Yeah, it just keeps elevating. Like I mean, from the album last year to this, it's like damn. Like he just dropped a snippet with Future, and it's like yo, like he about to come back right back with some new heat.
Can I get that Future song? That's all I want.
Oh yeah,
all I want is that Future song, bro. I like Metro. Just drop the Future song. I'm good for that song in the summer right there.
Mm-hmm.